I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2021
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Richie James on the return, but he won't quite make it to the 25. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside he's got to be celebrating, because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon, and it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Taken, and this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Mecole Hardman. 45 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons.
How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
46-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the AFC's 43.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Able to hit his target Lamb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So he caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and an AFC touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6 and then the 2-point conversion. Good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. It'll be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Home team, nothing.
From the 38, Brady fighting Horton on his slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Gordon on the carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it. and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he works free. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down now.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. An 11-yard touchdown. And the NFC able to draw a bit closer. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. They're going to put them to good use on that one.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First down and 10.
So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley.
Number 20.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
on 2nd down. Barkley. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice forcing a loss on that play.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. Head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Our home team.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own.
Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his...
Well, now can they put more points up? The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Able to get this to Gordon. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the NFC going to take a timeout there second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll go down here right around. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
The 23-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Takes over 1st and 10.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Team 10.
It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success...
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Brady now to throw. Here it's Hilton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. And when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Left side of the lane. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Running down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Marianitis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or force you go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got
Makes the score. Visitors 17. Our home team 13.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Jimmy Smith.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. Through an opening, and there he goes. And touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 61 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The offense for the NFC back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on yardage here, back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
He's brought down at the 31.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
Touchdown, AFC.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott on for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
And that is across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Brady's throw there complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And a yard.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 at the
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this is going to be secured by the AFC. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 4.
And 4. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own.
So after the INT, it's Brady. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to throw, Brady. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Brady. And he finds Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. Brady's call it no gain there on the 1st down play. On play action, now Brady.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Brady to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Good. Makes the score. Visitors 30.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny, when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Back out is the AFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will ball his way in there for the 2 points.
That makes the score. Visitors 30.
Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Past the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 15. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent field position on 1st down. On 1st down, Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Now he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, the educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Brady throwing the hook. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One final try now for Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ballgame.
Get ready.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory.
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.